What's going on, guys? Black Scout Survival, and today I want to be doing a video series. We're going to be talking about being a prepared citizen, and I want to start off with the most basics to begin with. Now, this is for someone, we're talking about Minutemen, prepared citizens, people who are just getting into this world, and just talk about the most basic of things that you may or may not know, and maybe refresher for some, maybe brand new information to some. Basically, when we're talking about being a prepared citizen, the first thing I would do, let's say I'm just starting out in this realm, I would get a pistol, right? A good quality pistol. Because a lot of people want to jump to the AR first, but the thing is you can conceal the pistol. Let's say it's some kind of civil unrest, you're having to move through crowds and trying to move discreetly. You want something you can conceal, like a pistol, right? Pistol's a great thing to have, and if I only had one firearm, it would probably be a pistol because I can do a lot of things with this, whereas a rifle I can't really conceal. So when you look at a pistol, I like a Glock 19. These are Glock 19s here. They don't have to be tricked out like this. They can be flat vanilla Glocks. That you know, this doesn't make you help stop the bad guys any more than a standard pistol. But now, one thing I will say is that I would look at getting a light, a weapon light on there. That way you can identify friend or foe, things like that, which is good to have. Tritium night sights as well. And when you go about a pistol, now summer months and things like that, you may not be able to carry a light, or you may not want to carry because the weight for certain times of the day, which is fine because you can use a handheld light. If you check out our film Black Scout Film on Black Scout Films, I teach how to do that. So go to Black Scout Films, check out that film on there, which is called The Watchman. I teach how to utilize a flashlight with a weapon. So anyway, beyond that, you need some way to carry this bad boy, right? So I have some kind of holster here. This is a dual carry, so it carries extra mag. So obviously that's great to have, but very heavy. I like to carry appendix, and meaning it's in the front center of my body, because I can access the firearm with both hands in case I get injured or something to that effect. So I like that. This is obviously heavy, it can't be worn all the time. So you may want to go with something a little bit more streamlined, like this right here. This is made by Incognito Concealment. They made this for me. It's got black steel on it. It's cool. It's Louis Vuitton, matches the wallet that I carry, so I like it. Anyway, you can wear it in the front. Appendix carrier, you can wear around at 3 or 4 o'clock. You can do whatever you want to do. You can move it around. Very lightweight and things like that. So obviously, getting a good way to carry the firearm, and I definitely recommend Kydex because the ease of getting it in and out, and especially if you're running a Glock, it protects that trigger. So a lot of people don't think about this, and the next thing you want to have is some type of belt. You need a gun belt. You need something that's going to hold your firearm. This is a rigid gun belt, right? It has scuba webbing inside, 1.5 inch. This is something we make, we sell. It's called the Concealment Belt. It's made by Centerline Systems here in the United States, another veteran-owned company, and all the materials are made in the U.S. This is one of our flagship products, something that we designed over some time, but based on our tactical experience. But essentially, it's a rigid gun belt, has an Austro-Alpine buckle. You put this on like a regular belt. A lot of people try to do screwy things by running the buckle through their loops. I have no idea why you do that. Our belt is designed to be put on like a regular belt, so you thread this through around your waistband, and then you rig it through there. But that way, the rest of the day, you're unclipping here. Now, what's cool about our belt is we have hidden pockets in here. These are called concealment pockets. They have something called a deployment tab here. This little tab here that pulls out the gear. So you can put things like handcuff keys, you can put gold bullion, you can put money, cash, SD cards, things like that. There's also one in the rear in case you're bound by handcuffs or some type of illegal restraints in the back. There we have a magnitude of things. You can get basic black on black, and you can get various colors. This is the Black Scout buckle. These things are Cerakoted by us. They don't come from Austro-Alpine like this. So these are things that we do that you can't get from anybody else. We also offer a Marine Corps. We have a few of these left that we did for the Marine Corps birthday. So you can get various colors. You can get, like this is multicam, this multicam arid. But you can get a wide variety of colors and options. You can customize it for your lifestyle. The next thing I recommend, obviously, is a flashlight. It gets dark every day. You can run this in conjunction with a firearm. It has a strike bezel here. I designed it that way it can be removed and place back on. You can also put a red lens filter. It's also rechargeable, so if you're in a grid down scenario where you have like a Goal Zero recharger, this is the ultimate survival and tactical flashlight. It took me years to design this, and it is quite honestly the best there is out there. So having a good quality flashlight, something that can also be used as a weapon if I need to. Beyond that, you want some way to make fire, a big lighter, something great to have. And this is just what we're talking about, first line gear, which you're going to have every single day. Some type of folding knife, something you can always have on you. This is a knife we make, FSF1. They're currently out of stock, but we will have them again. Or you know, you can also get something like this. We did this Strider collab. This got an auto opening there with a tritium tube a few years ago. This one I carry pretty much every day. But have some type of folding knife that way I can use for just basic cutting. I can have for just basic cutting, day-to-day chores, or if I need to use for self-defense or just survival stuff, you know, whatever it is. Having some quality folder that you can depend on. Now, going beyond that, you have something like more like a battle belt per se, and I think we perfected that. This is not the current version. The current version is very cool. It's called the Pistolero. Mine is currently in storage, but this is the predecessor to that, but essentially it's the same thing. It's a 1.75 inch, and you can run this with pants, normal day-to-day belt. I like it. I like having this D-ring buckle here. You can clip your keys on it. You can clip gloves on. That's typically what I do whenever I'm doing tactical stuff. I clip gloves on if I'm running courses or something like that. I run gloves on it. But I like to keep mine slick. A lot of people put a lot of crap on battle belts, and you can really overload. I keep mine pretty clean. So essentially all I have here is a holster. Put my full-size frame firearm in there, right? So that way I got a holster there with a little leg just to keep leg loop to keep it cinched down to my body. Then I have this caddy here that holds two pistol mags and a rifle. I do that because it's sleek, slim design. It's all one thing. It's just a caddy. Now I may do one of two things with this. Now let me say this too: the Pistolero has two hidden pockets. They're larger than the concealment belt because they'll hold full-size lock picks. So if you want to, you know, obviously doing more tactical stuff where you maybe running this belt, we sell a lot of these to law enforcement and things like that, but a lot of people run them as battle belts and having full-size lock picks. That way you can do some kind of surreptitious entry if you have to, especially in a grid down scenario, is a huge plus. So this is something that you can obviously run as a day-to-day belt, or you can run it set up as a battle belt, and you can keep, like, let's say the caddy, your holster, and just slide that on in case there's something like active shooter or grid down scenario. You can throw this on really quick, put the accoutrements on there, and you're ready to go. Now, depending on the scenario, depending on if I'm running a chest rig or not, I may slide on one of our med kits, right? Our med kits has MOLLE as well as just a belt loop. This belt loop is designed to be worn with the concealment belt or the Pistolero belt. So you can do that, you know, rock that. Now, a lot of times I'll have my med kit on a pack or maybe on my chest rig, in which case I may just throw on some kind of field knife. Depending on what I'm doing, I may just run a field knife on the back of my belt, right? So that way I have a full dedicated field knife with me with my equipment, right? And so even with the concealment belt now, you could run the concealment belt as your battle belt. So even though it's a smaller profile, you throw extra mags on here. You may throw on a overt drop holster on here, and then you're ready to go, right? And you can take your concealed carry and move it to overt in the case of a grid down scenario. But I wanted to show a lot of these things because I think a lot of people new to this may have some questions, and a lot of it, as you see, is more advanced stuff online. And so I wanted to touch more on some basics. That way, you know, guys that may have those questions, I can answer those for you. And if you have more questions about these things in the comments, please leave them below, and I'll try to get an answer for you. But essentially, I think, you know, right now is the time. If you're not already prepared or getting this mindset, now is the time to get into the mindset of being a prepared citizen. Anyhow, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a comment. Remember to stay frosty, stay strapped, and always stay dangerous. Take care.